Hello again and welcome to Journey, the program which we talk to Jamaicans who have journeyed from Jamaica to Calgary. My name is David Pennant and today my guest will be Miss Pansie Hudson. Pansie, welcome to the program and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, David.
Yes, you're welcome. Where in Jamaica are you from originally?
Well, I'm from St. Catherine. I lived in Garden Hill, that's a neighboring district to Point Hill.
Okay, and where did you go to school?
I went to Point Hill All-Age School and then to St. Catherine High School.
Okay, St. Catherine High School. And from St. Catherine High School, your journey started in Canada, or when did you actually arrive in Calgary, Canada?
So I left St. Catherine High School in 1986, and during that time I actually transitioned into the hospitality industry, where I worked in the hotel industry, in the restaurant industry, and then I did a course at University of Technology, a baking technology course. And from there, I went to the Cayman Islands, where I lived for a few years.
Okay.
And during that time, I decided on doing my degree in Canada. And so I actually landed in Canada in 2005, where I studied at Brock University. And during that time at university, I came down here during holidays to pursue holiday jobs. And after university, I decided, since Calgary is where I got my Canadian work experience, no better way than to come back to Calgary.
Okay, Pansie, so you got to Calgary in 2008, right? And what part of the year did you actually got here?
I actually got here during the summertime. So it was really nice compared to Jamaica. It's not humid, so we have dry climate, so it was beautiful.
So Pansie, you enjoyed your first summer, which was not as humid as in Jamaica, but how was your first winter here in Calgary?
Winter for me was a little interesting because when I left Ontario, they told me that I was coming to the ice box. Compared to anywhere else in Canada, winter is winter, so you dress for the weather.
Okay, so
So
you
it
were
was
very
good.
prepared.
Yes.
Okay, and when did you actually start working in Calgary?
I actually started working in Calgary in July of 2008. However, my work experience was that during the university, I would come here during the summer holidays, so I wasn't really very new to the Calgary working industry.
Okay, so someone who is coming from Jamaica right now to come to Calgary, in terms of working, what would you say to them?
I would say, first of all, you need to do your homework. And so once you do your homework, you do some research and you know what you want to do, what career you want to pursue, and you find organizations that will help you to transition into that career.
So you're actually saying that within the community, there are things that an organization can help you. What organization were you connected with
So-
in Jamaican free things?
So first of all, coming to Canada, the Center for Newcomers, it's a good organization to find resources. And these resources are going to help you to start transition your life into your new area of living. And so once you come here, the Center for Newcomers, you're going to think about your health insurance. If you have family, you're going to think about especially if you have kids, you're going to think about what schools, you might have to think about daycare, you might have to think about child subsidy, and even to just have a bank account. These are the things that you have to think about when you're coming to Calgary.
Okay, good. And your first job, you're working here. How did that really pan out for you since you did not work in Jamaica because you left school right there and go to somewhere else?
Well, it's all about getting to understand people around you, because there's one thing about saying once a Jamaican, you'll always be a Jamaican, but at the same time, you have to understand your surroundings. And so you have to learn to understand people and portray yourself in a way that you're also able to be understood. And so with that, you will be able to communicate better with people.
So Pansie, in terms of working in Jamaica and working here, what have you observed in terms of the culture working there and here? And what can you tell someone coming from Jamaica to here?
Well, working in Jamaica compared to working in Calgary, in Calgary it's very laid back. Like, I remember the first week of my real work in Calgary, it was Stampede Week. And of course, you know, us Jamaicans, we love to dress properly. Well, when I say properly, you know, we dressed us
Dressed up,
right.
certainly, yeah.
So I was all dressed up walking down 8th Street that morning, and a gentleman saw me and he was like, I can tell you're not from here. And I said, why? Because it's Stampede Week and we all dress in jeans. That was my most embarrassing moment. And so from that day, for the entire week, I made sure I dressed in my cowboy boots and my cowboy hat and my jeans.
So you became a cowboy in Calgary the first
Correct,
day. Okay.
correct. So that was an experience for me. Then when you go into the working industry, it's not as uptight. There some work that you just dress ordinary, you call your boss by the first name, and it's not that stringent, but at the same time you have to learn to understand the people around you and sometimes know the words to say that might be very sensitive to other people.
Did you find that challenging in terms of what you just mentioned, in terms of calling first name or even trying to be relaxed around people in a different environment like Calgary?
Yes, I do find it challenging because culture to culture is different. And so we were taught to whoever is your boss or whoever you look up to, it's Mr. or Mrs. And then when you come here, you're like, okay, it's okay. And sometimes people take aback to it to say, don't call me Miss or don't call me Mrs. So it was a little challenging, but if you open your mind to understanding people around you, understanding the culture, then it will make it a little bit easier for you.
Okay, so let's talk about the culture of Jamaica and in Calgary. Okay, you're used to all the foods and everything in Jamaica, the music. Did you find that here?
Not really. It was an adjustment because I can tell you that coming here for me, unfortunately, I used to love, especially on a Sunday when it's gloomy, rainy, snowy. And you'll ask why I like that. Because back home in Jamaica, when it's a nice sunny Sunday, I know I'm hanging out with family, I'm indulging in good Jamaican food, or I'm hanging out on the beach.
Okay.
Now, coming to Calgary, there is no beach. You're new in Calgary, you don't really know where to go. Mark you, there are lots of places to go, but as a new person, you don't know where to go. So you know, us in Jamaica, once it rains or there's a bad weather, it gives you the sense of you can't go anywhere. Okay. So for me in Calgary, I used to love it on a Sunday when it's rainy or snowy because my mindset is that I'm not going anywhere. Because when it's sunny, then I get depressed because I don't know where to go.
So when did you actually find some Jamaican connection in Calgary?
Well, it took me a while because I was always, this person was always in my little shell, and I'm like, okay. And then last year, I thought, you know, it's time to get out and see something different. And so I looked online and I saw the Jamaican Canadian Association. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's something here that's gonna connect me back to my roots. So might as well go find the connection. And I did not regret it.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that when you discovered them. What did you find that was very Jamaican about that association?
Well, like anything in life, we need balance. And so it was that association that you could indulge for an hour or 2 hours or maybe 8 hours depending on the event, where you can just be yourself, or you can say things that people will connect with. And so it gives you that home away from home feeling.
Yeah. What kind of events that they do have that you made a connection with?
Well, my first event was the Taste of Jamaica. And then after Taste of Jamaica, which was an all-day event, it was a beautiful event. Then
Jamaican foods and music
Jamaican
and
food, music. I didn't even know we had so many people in Jamaica, in Calgary. So it was really an interesting day. And then after that, I decided on continuing to go to their monthly meetings, and then we had the Heritage Independence celebration. We had the Heritage Sports Day, and it was really beautiful.
So there is now a community connection from Jamaica to Calgary now that you can say to someone coming here that there is somewhere they can come to and still feel like they're in Jamaica.
Correct. So you need to ensure that you get out, meet people, see what's going on, and then with that you will be able to just be yourself and know what's going on in your community.
Okay, so want to just give me a wrap up in the sense that here is this person, whether it's from Moran Point or Portland Point, they're gonna come to Calgary at some point. What would you say to them in general? What to expect and how should they prepare themselves?
Well, first of all, I should say you should do your homework. If you do some research, because culture is, you're transitioning into a different culture. So with doing your homework, doing that research, it's gonna equip you with the tools to assimilate into the community that you're gonna live in. Secondly, I say, find the Center for Newcomers that will equip you with all the basic living amenities that you need to know about. And then thirdly, find the Jamaican Canadian Association, because people need balance in their lives.
Your journey has been a very good one, and I see that someone will listen to your journey and be really inspired by it and know that you have given them enough information to make their journey from Jamaica to Calgary a great one. Thank you again, Pansie, and I really hope that your stay in Calgary again for the rest of the time will be as great as before. Okay?
Thank you, David. It was a pleasure being here.
That's our program for today. Thanks for joining us on Journey. If you have any comments or any questions, please see below. This is David signing out, and until next time, walk good.